Each month, Annie and I host a deeper dive, which is a live Q&A with an expert in the field of lactation, business, or personal development. The following snippet is from our most recent deeper dive. We hope you enjoy.
Well, hey there, Leah.
Hey there, Annie. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
This conversation gets me a little like, "Ah." But I'm excited to hear everybody else's thoughts and feelings and perspectives. But this one's a little bit anxiety inducing.
Yeah, because
The
we're
thought of
talking
it.
about charting platforms and
Yes.
software. And even for me, and I like software, this stresses me out. And
Yeah.
so that's why we were like, who better to come and be in an anxious spiral of confusion,
Join us.
rage, and um, dissatisfaction than the queen of the hot take, Rachel O'Brien herself.
I love it.
Yep.
Safe space to spiral out. Join us today.
I mean, if
I
you wanted to find somebody who has an opinion, you found the right person because I have a lot of opinions.
And we cannot wait to hear all those opinions and
Mm.
kind of break this all down because I think when Annie came to me about this one, I'm like, I can tell you my opinion. I am not changing unless intake Q is like, we are shutting down. So sorry because the thought of it, my heart's beating fast. I'm like, what? But then, like you guys were talking about, but this feature, but that feature, but this better. And I'm like, oh my gosh, total spiral.
Yes. Well, I look at software platforms all the time and I'm in a spiral myself too because I definitely want something that's perfect. I've accepted that there isn't something that's perfect, but I'm also not okay with that. So I keep looking and I keep trying. Let me read Rachel's bio. Rachel O'Brien, MA, IBCLC, PMHC, is an IBCLC in Massachusetts, whose popular blog is a favorite of both families and lactation professionals. Her signature style of humor, laced with pragmatic compassion and guilt-free support, has resonated with hundreds of thousands of readers and has led to a busy full-time private practice, which includes virtual visits with blog readers from across the world. Before her foray into lactation land, Rachel received her BA in English with a journalism concentration and then worked in higher education for years. She became an IBCLC in 2015 after completing her master's degree in lactation, during which she wrote her dissertation on low milk supply. Rachel was a full-time working, breastfeeding, and pumping mom for all three of her children and now specializes in low supply, bottle refusal, and bottle feeding problems, working parents, and LGBTQ plus families. When not working with families, you will find Rachel reading lactation books, taking lactation courses, fervently posting in lactation Facebook groups. Her hobbies include reading, watching drag shows, and staring blankly off into the distance while she wonders what she's forgetting to do. Hi, Rachel.
It was fun. That was a fun jog down memory lane. I was like, oh, yeah, I did used to work in higher ed. It's been a while.
In a former lifetime.
Right. No kidding. Wild.
Well, we're glad
So,
you're
yeah,
here.
we are. And I know the impetus for this is because you and I were complaining about charting platforms. And then, I mean, that's like periodically everyone is complaining about charting platforms, but there is some like recent stuff that came up with the charting platform that we're using. And I have no problem naming names about these software platforms. These are just my honest reviews. That I've been using IntakeQ. It turns out I've been using IntakeQ for 7 years, and actually a week ago today was my 7-year anniversary of my first client in IntakeQ, which was kind of
Wow.
crazy. So
Oh,
I do
Love it.
have the 7-year itch, clearly. Um, but they rolled out an engage feature, which is like this like client management system, and it's got a wait list, and it's got two-way texting, and it's got all these features. And I'm like, this, you know what, this could work for us. We have like constant problems with our wait list and trying to like confirm appointments, and could this save my admin time? So I signed up for it. I'm like, I'll sign up, I'll try it out. And the first thing I had to do was I had to it it was like, "You're gonna give you a toll-free number, and then you're gonna change it to a local number." I got I don't even know, like, dozens and dozens of emails from this toll-free number company saying, like, "Your number is being set up. You requested a number. It's hasn't been approved. You requested too many numbers. And I'm like, what is going on? And they're like, oh, well, each of your locations needs to have a different number. I have at this point 12 locations, more than 12 locations, because in New York City for home visits, I have my office, we have virtual, but then people want a home visit. We have to get so granular about neighborhoods because like one provider will be like, I will go to Bushwick and Ridgewood, and the other one's like, I will go to Ridgewood and never Bushwick. And it's like they're right next to each other. So it's like we can't just be like, are you in Queens? Because that's like tells me nothing about whether somebody can come to you or not. So I was like, okay, that's kind of bananas. And that's not helpful to have each location is, and so it's treating it like each of these locations is like its own little office with like the receptionist and the rooms in the back. And you're driving there and parking there and going to this office. But I was like, no, 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 we're one office and we do home visits. And so they said, oh, none of our features were, I'm like, can we just have office, but then we can like have our own locations for online booking. And they were like, no. So I'm like, okay, so in order to manage the wait list, my admin now needs to remember where they booked, who they booked with, which location, and all the other providers have to remember all these things. I was like, this is ridiculous. This is like, could you have made this more complicated and less useful? So I got mad and I was like, I canceled like immediately. And then I was like, I need you to refund what I paid because this is not usable. And they won't turn it off until the end of my bill. So I have to wait like another 3 weeks for them to take it out of my account. But in the meantime, it's messed up the text confirmations that people are supposed to be getting. I never turned anything
Terrible.
on in Engage, but like people get like, are you coming to your appointment? Reply yes, reply no. And people are replying and we're not getting those. And we had it have it set up to get emails when somebody replies to one of those automated texts, and we just stopped getting them. So then we're like, now we can't confirm. And so I was like, can you please take this off of my account because now it's like not working at all. And they were like, oh, we'll see what we can do. I'm like,
Oh,
so frustrated. And like they like were so good for a while, and they just, I don't know what happened. Maybe venture capital got involved, and it was the shitification of Intake You. I don't know.
I've had the
sounds like
same, I mean, not the same exact experience with them, but yeah, back in the day, right? They were great. There would be people that you could email. You had people around, certain people. You knew who Ryan was. Ryan's been gone a while, but
Yeah.
you knew who different people were there. I felt like they were constantly improving the program. And then a couple of years ago, I felt like it all just ground to a halt. And I don't know if it's that they made the beast too big and they couldn't tame it anymore, or if it was just like, we don't have to. We don't have to because we have enough people signed in for a monthly plan to make the money that we don't need to worry about making it any better. And the thing that got me spinning out into a let me look at other EHRs thing was a few months ago, they emailed and they said, oh, our price is going up again. And I did the math at the time. I think it's the third time that they've increased prices in the past, I don't remember, 4 years or something like that. So the amount that I'm paying per month, I mean, it's just me and my admin. I don't have a team. It's just me. So the amount of money that I was paying was doubling over the past like 4 years for the same exact product. And then they were like, oh, and by the way, you guys have been asking for a wait list for this whole time. Guess what? We have a wait list. So you have to pay extra for it. And I was so mad because they've been saying all this time, oh yeah, we're working on it, we're working on it. And I was like, I'm asking for this one thing, this wait list. That's all I'm asking for. And they were like, yeah, we'll do it, but you have to pay an extra, what is it's like $99
It's
a
like
month.
$100
Yeah.
extra a month.
Jeez, that's a lot.
So between that and then I don't even remember what the other thing. Oh, Heidi, when they started using Heidi for AI, that was my almost nail in the coffin because I actually worked with them on the beta tests for that and I was really into it. I would jump on calls with them. I would do all this tech support kind of stuff like, "Hey, watch my screen, you can see what's happening." And then they were like, "Yeah, it's going to be a huge ton of money, more money than you're actually paying per month for Intake Queue." And then I was like, but like I helped you with this, so maybe do me a solid. And they were like, nope, we don't care.
They did the exact same thing to me. I wrote about it to my mailing list too, because I was livid.
If you enjoyed that snippet, the good news is that deeper dive was recorded. And by joining our membership community, you can have access to that deeper dive as well as our entire vault of deeper dives going back through 2020. You will also be automatically invited to our live monthly deeper dives, so you can ask the experts directly all the questions you want to know about that topic. We look forward to seeing you at our next deeper dive.